All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios. They're luxurious. They're fantastic. Some people would say the greatest studios ever. Of course, it's brought to you by Hat Creek Interior in Lubbock, Texas, 10101 South Slide Road showroom, hatcreek.us on the website. You want to get great Western style furniture? You know what to do. Go there, check it out. All right, what are we doing tonight? Well, we're talking about Tech football, and I realized in all of the discussions that we have had about this Texas Tech football team, I hadn't asked the salient question, the basic question: what is it that you like most? What's your favorite thing about this Texas Tech team? I mean, beyond, hey, they win a lot of games. Hey, they won the Big 12. I mean, what is it about this team, this program right now on December 17, 2025, that you like the most about Tech football? We'll talk Tech basketball tonight. Men's basketball, they got problems. They're fundamental. It's defense, and it ain't good. And can it change? I don't know. And they got Duke coming up on Saturday, and that ain't good. What if Wednesday we ask alt history questions? Hey, what if Joey McGuire never changed coordinators last year? What if Zach Kitley was still here and Tim DeRuyter? Everything else is the same, but you don't have Shieldwood, you don't have Mac Leftwich. How would history look different? You tell me. And there is a chance we visit with Lubbock radio legend Chad Hasty later on. All right, let's get this thing going. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I want you guys on the United Supermarkets and Market Street chat line tonight, whether you're on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, whether you're on our YouTube channel for Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Thumbs up, hit subscribe. We need you guys to subscribe if you're watching. Even the dogs are excited tonight. And then if you're on Facebook Live, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland again, subscribe, follow us there. Everything's free in Raiderland. Thanks to great sponsors. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, the Raiderland.com, the website. You start your day every day there. We kind of tell you what we're thinking in the morning. We roll out a question or two. Then we hit the Raiderland Hot Links brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas, USA. Probably can't get anything shipped between now and Christmas. Can't guarantee it. But the bowl game, yeah. You need meats from Jackson Brothers. Also tonight brought to you by the Shropshire Agency of Texas. Big enough for the whole state, based in Lubbock, independent just like you. Hit their website, hit their Facebook page for Shropshire. Tell them thanks for being a part of this. And Gators Bayou, if you're in town this weekend or in town tonight or wherever, want to catch all the games, get some hot Cajun food, get some great ice cold drinks, big TVs, very, very large TVs. One of them is so big it's almost intimidating. It's Gators Bayou, 98th and Slide. Depending on what you like, Cajun pasta, yes. Cajun cheese curds, absolutely. Shrimp po' boy, my go-to. And then, you're going to be fine pretty much on everything else. All right, so what are we going to do tonight? What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Tech football, Tech basketball. What if Wednesday? Anything else that's on your mind? Maybe the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, not just the ACL, but the LCL. You never want more L's. The more L's you have, it's bad. What are the Chiefs going to do? They're going to do without for a while. They got to rebuild. What's it going to look like? You tell us. All right, so Texas Tech football. What's your favorite thing about this team right now? What's your favorite thing about Tech football right now? What is it? I could give you a couple of different things, but I don't want to lead the witness. I don't want to lead you down that primrose path, and I don't know what primrose means even, but I don't want to do that. So I ask you to jump on the United Supermarkets chat line, the one supermarket in town that supports Texas Tech, the one that puts their name on things at Texas Tech, as opposed to one in town, very famous, very popular, in fact, takes your money and puts stuff in Austin. James, Facebook, thumbs up. See, Facebook, thumbs up, good. Invite people in, good. Let them know the audio is good, the video is good. Twitter X, you guys can do the same thing. On YouTube, Jeff, subscribe, please. If you haven't subscribed, We had a really bad subscriber number yesterday. And I'm going to say this, thankfully, somebody dropped off today, and it took us below the number I didn't want. But I need like 5 or 10 tonight to get me past the number I don't want. Favorite thing about this Texas Tech football team, they play elite defense. Did you see what he did there, Kirby Hocutt? He said elite defense. Yeah, they play elite defense. It's the greatest defense in the history of Texas Tech football. Ever, period, end of sentence. We don't have to have discussions anymore. They're 12-1. They won the Big 12, won the Big 12 championship. Greatest defense ever, history. Greatest team. Period. End of sentence. Wendy gets in on YouTube as well. And again, that's a social media platform that we're on. It's free to follow and not some sort of pharmaceutical drug. Because it almost sounds like it now. Like when you see drug commercials, can't you just see, like if we didn't have Facebook already, that there'd be some sort of drug going, you'll feel better. You'll look better. It's called Facebook. It's the book for your face. Take this drug 3 times a day. Never mind. Love the team's focus. As a fan, I took for granted their maturity. In 2 sentences with a comma in there on the second one, Wendy has done tremendous work. The focus of this team has been unrelenting, which is in part why they're the best team when it's against the spread this year and they cover. And the, sportsbooks say they're going to win by 20. They say, no, we'll win by 30. That's fine. We'll do it. The focus on this team has been vastly better than anything we've ever seen at Texas Tech. There was never a typical Tech moment at all in any aspect of this team's behavior this year. At all. And I love the line about taking for granted their maturity. These guys, there's a guy that played a lot of football before getting here. They played a lot of football for different programs and learned different things and maybe even learned what they didn't want to go through again. That they brought in an aspect of, I don't want to deal with that. I want to do it this way. That's great 2 sentences. What's your favorite thing about this year's Tech football team? One of the topics tonight. Texas Tech men's basketball, the defense sucks. Ain't no other way to say it. You had to score 101 points last night to not lose to the Bears of Northern Colorado. They're not actual Bears. They're basketball players. We've seen it time and time again. We saw it against Arkansas. You gave up 93. Grant McCasland was pissed off, had enough last night. He let them have it. And I agree. I don't always like it when coaches say, hey, it's not us. It's them. He said last night, it's not us. It ain't scheme. It ain't coaching. It's their effort, their unwillingness to play defense. Will that change between now and Saturday night against Duke? Will that change between now and Big 12 play? It'd be handy to have Bamboye last night. He knocks his knee. He's out. But that ain't it. I mean, you've had guys healthy, unhealthy, in and out. This team hadn't played a lick of defense this year. I'm old enough to remember when nobody wanted to hire McCasland because at North Texas, he was winning games like 56 to 50, 2, and it's going to be a defensive slugfest. We don't want to do that. Old enough to remember that. Let's see. Robert gets it on Facebook. This has to do with the What If Wednesday question. What if there had been no changes made from last year to this year in the Tech coaching staff, that both coordinators, Zach Kitley and Tim DeRuyter, were still here? And he asked a fair question. I probably could have done a better job of explaining this on the website, theraiderland.com, and even before. Does Kitley really fit under the category of changes made by Joey? He wasn't going to be back. Whether he got the FAU job or not, Kitley was not going to be back. So he leads a parade while getting run out of town. But in the alt history world, we have the ability to say, what if FAU doesn't offer the job? And what if Joey McGuire tells Kirby Hocutt, hell no, I'm not making any changes. These are my guys. I brought them in. I believe in them. We're bringing in great players. I want to see what Tim DeRuyter does with these guys. I want to watch what Zach Kittley does with this offensive line, that we're not making a damn change because these are my guys and I'm Joey McGuire and I hired them and we're staying together. All right. So I understand what Robert's saying there, that does it fall into the category of changes made? It's alt history. By very definition of alt history, no changes were made. Nothing changed. Kittley and DeRuyter are your coordinators over the past year. So what do you think happens? That's alt history. That's What If Wednesday. And some people are like, well, what do you even do what if and stuff like that? I get it. I understand the people who don't like that sort of stuff. I'm intrigued by it because with the talent that you put on the field this year, coached by anybody other than Shieldwood, other than Mac Leftwich, what it would have looked like? Because that makes you ask the question, is it coaching or talent, right? Is it coaching or talent this year? What changed? Jeff, I thought that Hoops game last night was going to end 110-106. Everything went south when Baboya went down. Knocked his knee last night. McCasland said, doesn't look good or something to that effect. I don't know exactly what that's going to portend. You need him out there. You've got to have somebody behind Toppin just to put out there, you know? James has no problem weighing in, saying if Kittley stayed, Tech would be 8-4 and playing the Duke's Mayo Bowl. So, and I knew we were going to get one of these. So I asked James here, what did Leftwich do different or otherwise from Kittley that had a 1-loss season versus a 4-loss season? So you can assert that. That's fine. You can assert that, but then tell me what it was that Leftwich did with this team that Kittley would not have done. JCTT coordinators, what if not this good on either side of the ball? They are literally brilliant, talent for sure, but dang, and then an F or something. So there we go. I am not from America. Are we talking about NFL or football? We're talking about lacrosse. It's sort of like highlight and bowling put together in golf. So we're talking about highlight, Texas Tech highlight. Glad you're with us on the broadcast tonight. Hang with us. You're going to learn a lot. Yeah, but highlight and lacrosse, very, very similar. Jeff, if the coordinators don't change, then we're probably 8-4. BYU wins the Big 12, and people start thinking about for sale signs in Joey's front yard. Okay, but why? You got to tell me the why. Give me the why. What did these two do different that you don't think Tim DeRuyter and Zach Kittley would have done? All right? Give me that. How different is the defensive scheme with Shield versus DeRuyter? And again, not knowing what DeRuyter would have done with this talent level, DeRuyter was able to generate some great pass rush and obviously has coached some really good defensive linemen. I think you would have seen more of an odd front than an even front. Okay. You got to play an even front this year because you didn't need to have an extra person up there to control gap or generate pressure because of the talent. So would DeRuyter have gone to a more of a 4-man 27? I know I use the term 27. Tackle ends type look. Would he have done that? I don't know. That it's alt history. We don't know. But in the past, you saw more blitzing, more of an odd front. Would we have gotten away from that this year? Would he have done it? I don't know. By the way, and this is where we should let you off the hook, there's no wrong answer or right answer on this because it's all freaking history. Okay. But it commands you, it makes you think, you go, okay, well, what would it have looked like if you didn't make those changes? You know, the best coaches, and I'll say this for all coaches, every coach looks better the more talent you have. Shield Wood looks like hell on wheels with this defense, doesn't he? Jeff, on the defensive side, probably not much difference because the talent was so much better. Offensive side, Kitley didn't go downfield as much as Mac. Well, I railed against Mac not going as much as I actually. Kitley probably went downfield more at times than Leftwich. Leftwich, as the season went on, got more and more lateral than downfield. I mean, there were games where there were only 2 or 3 attempts beyond 15 yards downfield. So what would it have been? I agree implicitly, a lot of, and I railed, and it's not a Kitley thing. It's not even a Leftwich thing. It's a philosophy thing for me. I hate throwing to the sideline. All right. And people need to just understand that that's me. Okay. That's just me. I hate it. James, I think Leftwich is stretching the field better than Kitley. Our current coordinators match McGuire's intensity better than that. Robert, Joey isn't fired either way. All right, so we mentioned it earlier. I'm going to bring him in right now, and I hope he can hear me, and I hope you guys can hear him. He is the host of the Chad Hasty Show on KFYO in Lubbock, Texas, multiple other stations. Chad, you got me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. I got you. You got me.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. How's it going? Everything good?
It's good. I wanted to have you on tonight. You're in the midst of a great toy drive for the Boys and Girls Ranch in West Texas, around Lubbock. He's in the middle of his show. Chad, give the spiel real quick on how people can help.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. So we're collecting new and unwrapped gifts, toys for kids of all ages, toddlers all the way up to teenagers. This is for girls and boys who are out at the Texas Girls and Boys Ranch. Great kids who are coming from really bad situations, no fault of their own at all, but we want to give them a great Christmas morning. So the next 2 days, we will be here at the radio studios at 4413 82nd Street in Lubbock on the 3rd floor.
That's
from 1 to 5
p.m. For those who don't know, it's just to the west of Abuelos. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So come up here, then go have some late lunch or something at Abuelos. How about that?
Is there anything you specifically need right now, age groups or otherwise?
I would say teenagers. Anything teenagers, would be really good. And also, they're looking for footballs, soccer balls, basketball, stuff like that. Bring those too. As long as they're new, unwrapped, you can bring them up here. Again, 1 to 5 p.m. Thursday and Friday. And then we've got an Amazon wish list on Amazon.com. Just search for Chad Hasty under the registry list and you'll find it.
Chad's literally in a break during his live show. He's got another 13 minutes. Not that anything's going on the show. How much time you got left? You got like 30 seconds? Where are you?
How much, Nick? How much time do we have left?
Nick doesn't know.
33 seconds. 33 seconds until we're back. Let's be honest. I have senioritis because this is the last week I'm on the air for the year. So whatever. I don't care.
All right. Hey, thanks for jumping in. I really wanted to hammer this. We're going to continue to mention it on this show and link to it. All right, go back. Go back to work.
I've got a show to do.
Let's
do the show. Come on.
He's no good. Don't listen to the show. There you go. Chad Hasty, everybody. KFYO Radio. Great toy drive. Boys and Girls Ranch. I have done these before, and I will say what he was mentioning there. Everybody buys the stuff for the little kids and the younger kids, and it's the teenagers that get left out. 12, 13, 14. They get left out on that, and they get it. They understand it. They've been around it. So if you really want to do something, do something for those kids. They're older. Do something for them, because The little kids, I'm not saying they don't feel it the same way. I'm not saying it that, but the older ones understand what's going on. You know, they get it. Thank you, Chad. All right, let's see. What do we got here? I got to go back over here. Looking at the comments. Joey, Jeff, didn't we lead the Big 12 in explosive plays this year? I think they said that on the championship broadcast. They did. A lot of those were run plays. Some of those were pass plays. And we're nitpicking. I'm nitpicking, okay? When you're 12-1, you nitpick, right? You nitpick. This is a very good offense. That's why you gave Mac Leftwich a raise, all right? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong on that at all. I just like going downfield a little bit more in the pass game. But you had a lot of explosive plays. A lot of them were in the run game, some in the pass game. I think with the previous coordinators, it was the Jimmy's and Joe's issues. It always is. Let's see. Hasty and Hyatt back together. It's an early Christmas present. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good to have them on. I said, we can do this. I know you got the break at about, 6:45, right in through there, 2 minutes, hop on. You can make this happen. It's not hard. And he's like, yeah, but I got to hit a button. And I got to have the guy, my producer come in here and operate the equipment and everything. And he's got to hit the button because I'm too lazy. Joseph on Facebook, offenses are about even. It's the defense that's different. We have the horses now, the hosses now. Basketball needs right now. I can't figure out why he left. Don't think it was money. Oh, Federico. Yeah, no. No, what you need is guys who will play defense. Anybody that would fire Joey is a fool. Yeah, Joey ain't getting fired. I agree with you. More of the fish are out there. Thank you. Again, nitpicking. Just very, very fine nitpicking on that. My offensive philosophy, different from some people's, and that's okay. I get it. JCTT, this defense, Woods defense, that almost sounds like an NFL Films type deal. With John Facenda, this defense, Woods defense, fits this roster perfect. His defense might change with the different players, but not sure this could be outdone. Offense coordinator, tough because run the damn ball, crowd. Taj Record something. Run the damn ball. Yes, run the damn ball. If you run it effective, you can throw it downfield anytime you want to. Was Hasty your producer in 2002 or so? Yep, back in the early 2000s, he produced the show. Couple of different stations, he produced it, and then he went on to great things after that. Like many of our producers, there is, from the old Williams and Hyatt show lineage, we tried to figure it up one time, and it was over 30. I think when we got done with it, over 30 different people, not just the Lubbock market, but other markets. And even now, like people that are working nationally that produced, board up, worked with us on the show. Yeah, Hasty. I didn't. Hold on. Did I hire Hasty or not? I can't remember whether I hired him or was there when he got hired. I don't think I hired him. No, I wouldn't have hired him. He had zero experience. Why would I have hired a guy like that? Somebody else hired him. Yeah, he did. He did work with us in the early 2000s and beyond. By the way, Jeff, it's been good to see so much Joe Ely love over the last couple of days, all over Al Gore's interweb. Yeah, and we talked about it a lot on the show last night and everything else, and I think it's pretty well documented, personally and otherwise, my affinity for Joe Ely, and got a chance to, I guess, get to know him, meet him, different things over the years and everything. That I always thought that he was entertainment wise from Lubbock in West Texas, just encapsulated such a great era. Post Buddy Holly, kind of post Buddy Holly, Waylon, that bunch, late 60s, early 70s, through the 70s, Maines Brothers, Ely, into the 80s, and the morphing of the sound in the 80s. And he's just cool, dude. He's just cool. He's cool. And I don't know what it is. There's like some stuff about being from Lubbock that the nation just can't always get. Joe Ely is not the poor man's Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen is the poor man's Joe Ely. Bruce Springsteen one time said down in Austin, if I could sing, sing like anybody, it'd be Roy Orbison. If I could play guitar like anybody, it'd be Joe Ely. And they became really good friends over the years. But there was something that, out of West Texas that like the whole nation just couldn't quite get, which he became not a secret, but like this cool kids club in the 80s and into the 90s that, we got it. We knew. The rest of the country started to figure it out over the years. But to, who was that said that? To what Jeff said, the expressions of love and appreciation, everything else nationally, for this right now, cool. I like it. Because when they're talking about Joe, they're talking about West Texas right now. Wendy, in fairness, a healthy Morton made this offense click much better than last year. And I do mean healthy arm shoulder. Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about it. That Zach Kitley last year had a guy who couldn't throw the ball downfield. He literally couldn't. I agree with you. Astute, wonderful observation to make there. That Kitley was limited with a guy who couldn't throw the ball more than 15 yards on a line. James, does men's basketball get beat by 20 against Duke if they play defense like last night? Oh, they won't get beat by 20. They'll get beat by 30. They'll get smoked like they did against Purdue. If they play defense like last night, if they play defense like they did against Arkansas, if they continue to play defense like this, Duke will hang a number on them like you can't imagine at Madison Square Garden, and they'll do it. They'll absolutely do it. I'm with you, Grant. I'm with you, McCasland. It's the effort. These guys are talented. And defense typically doesn't take talent. Joseph, who cares who could do what with what? Jump on and enjoy the. Oh, so Joseph's not getting what Alt History and What If Wednesday is all about. It's actually about reinforcing what you're seeing right now and being able to celebrate it. So you're missing the point, Joe, of what Alt History is. Alt History allows you to focus on the now and what has happened and appreciate it even more when you understand what could have happened or otherwise. That's the great thing about understanding alt history. It's not just what could have been, it's what is now. Why is it now? Why did it take place? Because it had to take place with something else not happening. Yeah, you're not getting it, You're not understanding it. That's okay. I understand. A lot of people don't understand alt history. Law Dog. Hey, Law Dog, go around here. Savvy. They played Joe Ely at halftime in Cache, Oklahoma, during my broadcast for Weatherford Hoops. Very good. Straight cash, homie. JCTT, to clarify, judging Kit is difficult. Is difficult chasing Taj's record, broken quarterback QB. Okay, I get what you're saying. It's hard to totally understand that. You weren't really chasing a record with Taj. It was your best option. The record just kind of worked right in, In the I will offensive line this year versus last year. By the way, and we're going to do this question here in a couple of weeks. What do you want Cody Campbell to say I will to this year? Maybe the same thing. Maybe. Potentially. Thanks, Jeff. I want to thank Chad Hasty from KFYO jumping in on us tonight, talking about the toy drive there at KFYO in Lubbock. Check out their website. It's all on there. Check out him on Twitter. I think it's at Chad Hasty Show or Chad Hasty Show or something like that. Easy to find. And do what you can. And I'm going to make a pledge, a plea, or whatever. Do something for the older kids if you can. If you're in Lubbock, if you're around the area, and you can help out, do something for those teenagers. Do something for those kids that are 12, 13, 14. They're at Boys and Girls Ranch. Hey, man, they get it, and they're going to wake up Christmas morning the same way, and they'll see those kids, and they'll take joy and they'll take pride. I know I've worked with toy drives at children's homes and otherwise, and the older ones, they look out for the younger ones. They really do. But do something for the older ones if you can. All right. The younger ones, they'll be all right. They'll be taken care of. It's the older ones that just hate. Now that I've kind of seen how this thing works over the years, they're the ones that get left out. So don't leave them out. All right. If you can do something. That's my ask to you tonight with the Chad Hasty Show, Toy Drive, and everything in Lubbock. All right, you guys are the best. We're going to put this on the website here in just a little bit. We're going to have it on social media, on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media, on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, follow Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Drive us over 700. At least get us over the 6-6. One above 5, one below 7 number. Jeez. And on the old Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Please share. Please invite people in. We'll see you in the morning, Thursday. Overrated, rated right, all that cool stuff. We're going to have some good stuff for you tomorrow. And we're going to be with you on Twitter and social media tonight. We got our daily dose of West Texas coming up as well here in just a little bit. Y'all are the best audience out there. You know how I know this? You're watching my show. All right. We'll see you. TheRaiderland.com.